Hi, everyone. It's Regina. Welcome to my channel. Um, so, if you're new, which maybe you are, I'm sure you are, if you're just coming across this channel here, I just decided that I wanted to create a YouTube channel this year and just kind of share a little bit about myself and a little bit about my, I guess you want to call it awakening process, purification process, whatever you want to call it. It's really just our lives. And if I can inspire or share myself in any way and it affects somebody else, that they get an idea or they go, wow, that sounds like me, or I want to try that, then that's great. Anyway, today I wanted to share a little bit about something I do to keep my spirits up and something I can do to contribute to the whole. Right now, there's a lot going on in the world. We know about the fires over in California. It's really very devastating. And we here in Florida went through the hurricanes where people lost their homes. It's devastating and it's sad, and it's just like that. When you have so much compassion, you can feel for other people. That, just to imagine being without your home, and it happens very suddenly. One day you have a home and the next day you don't. So, and a lot of us, what can we do? I mean, I know some people, directly and indirectly, but it doesn't matter, because you can just have compassion for everyone and what they go through and their awakening process or what they have to do, because we're all different, but we can all, relate to grief and loss. So, what I do to contribute and to help, and it really, really, it does, it makes me feel like I'm doing something on a very larger level, and it's something really small. So, what I have created is what I call my prayer box. So, I'm going to show you my prayer box. That's probably backwards, right? This is my prayer box. As you can see, there's a little cross there, a little gold cross here. It was on a chain and it broke, so I just glued it to here. And that's a little sticker of my website that I have, which I have to work on my website. It's coming, because I really, really do want to have, like group communities, like group classes, not classes, just group get-togethers. So what I did was I just made this, and this box was handmade from my sister many, many years ago. And it was a jewelry box, but what I do is I lift it open, and then here I have, this is, like a little pad, a notepad. And then I have a pen. She actually made me this pen too many years ago. So instead of having them just kind of packed away, I unpack them, and now it's my prayer box. And I just, when I'm talking to someone, if they're going through a tough time, and, I'll say, I'll pray for you, but I'll actually I'll put you in my prayer box. And for me, this is what it's like to be childlike and innocence. You know that if you put anybody in your prayer box, that God's going to take care of them. It's not really up to us. We can pray for the other person, but we can't pray for our outcome. We can only help to soothe their souls or their spirits. That's all we can do. And I think a lot of people think that that's like nothing, but that's huge. That's huge. So, get coming back to like the basics of life and the simplicity, without AI and, apps for everything that we need to do in life. We don't need all that. We just need to remind ourselves and to get back to like the purity of life, which is, what, I'm going to put you in my prayer box. And I do that, and I let them know, and they're so grateful, and things really shift. They shift for that person. I know it, because I'm like, okay, God, sometimes I put my own name in there, when I'm having a lot of, angst, or a lot of just a struggle with something. I'll just put my own name in there, and then, I can tell it just feels better, because everything only has the power as to what we give it, right? And I believe that inside this box is you know it's a faith box. It's it's God's going to take care of it. Just like children, they believe in things like that. Back in the day, right, when we were young, we believed in those things, and that's how it should be. Doesn't matter how old we are. So, and it really does lift my spirit, and it lifts the other person's spirit. And I know that because I've been doing it now for the last year or so. And other people now they make their own prayer boxes and they do it. And so it's really sweet. So I just kind of wanted to share that because I can feel like a lot of people are just going through a lot of stress and a lot of change and a lot of shifts right now. Of course, it's part of life. It feels like it's always happening, but I think that it's okay that we're the way that we want to help others and that we want to be there for them. And this is just a way. I mean, of course, we say you're in my thoughts and you're in my prayers. Yes, but if you actually want to do something, this is the doing part of it, right? You get your little pad and you have a pen and and mine sits in my office. And I just put my friend in there yesterday and she called me this morning and she's like, I just have to tell you something shifted. And it makes me so happy because it's not me. It's just my offering. Like, what can I do? What can I contribute? Besides words, and that's a contribution, and it's so small, but it's huge. And now once a week, I here at the Catholic Church, they have an adoration temple, so I offer to go once a week for 1 hour because they need to have someone sit there all the time, and so I go now on Tuesdays in the evenings for 1 hour, and it's just amazing. I already went one time and I just feel that that's my offering that I can give to anyone in suffering or pain or just challenges, and for myself, for myself too, because it's like, I think every day we have to be reminded that the only way that we get through anything, right? The only way is with God's grace. And that's just coming to a point where you say, I surrender to what comes to me because it's for me. It's not at me. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just, that's what I have to work with. And so, you can transmute that and you can take that and you can, bring that to God, and having your own relationship with, people say, loving yourself. Like I always say, loving yourself is a lifetime commitment, but you can't love yourself unless you love God. So if you really have a relationship with God, then you have a relationship with yourself. And then that just kind of ripples out to your world and to the people. So anyway, I just wanted to share that little bit today. And I don't know why. Maybe somebody out there will make a prayer box for themselves and do it, and realize that you are contributing, you are helping, you are supporting your loved ones, your friends, and just people you don't know. Just people you don't know. That's fine too. Um, and one other thing too, I wanted to show you that I have this rose water. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of, rose water. Maybe you have. This brand is my favorite. It's Heritage Store. It's my favorite. It's been around since I've been born in 1969. So anyway, it's my favorite. And a lot of times I just kind of like spray it on me, or I spray it in the air, and it's uplifting. It just kind of lifts my energy or my spirit, when you just kind of feel like a little blah. So all right, well, that's it really. Oh, and I'm having a cup of tea too. So what we have to do to keep peace in our hearts, it's really up to you. It's really up to the individual, and I just am here sharing what I do, just because I feel like it's nice. Sometimes you might get an idea of something that you might do that can just calm you, and I think that's right now what we all can do is the best, is to just stay present with what is, and the moment. And we all strive for that. Everybody wants to have peace in their hearts. That's why we do anything. That's why we do everything, or that's why we do nothing, or that's why, who knows. But I feel like if you ask somebody, yes, I just want to be happy, and happiness is not external, right? We know that. So it comes from the peace within, and sometimes, when you have that peace, it's like I'm always saying to my friends, my life is so boring. It's boring, but I have peace. I'm creating peace in my life. Am I perfect? Nope. I have things I still work on, for sure. Absolutely. I get edgy, irritable, all those fun things. But that's okay. Those things, I'm not worried about those things. They just kind of, I don't get so attached to that. But for me, the biggest thing is when things arise within, I have to come back to my center, which is having peace. And I do that by different things. I have my little rose water, I have oils, I make a cup of tea, I make a little prayer box, like whatever it is to keep it simple. But actually, it's so pure, it's so important that we keep our lives, not so, crazy and distracting. So, all right, that's all I have to share this Friday. And maybe I'll make something next week. I don't know. I just kind of felt inspired that I wanted to make a little share for today. All right. Have a beautiful weekend. And I am praying for anybody that is watching this that has lost their home, or anybody in the LA fires. Just know that everything is going to be fine, and everything will work out, and everything is happening for you and not to you. God bless.